It's going up against the Bills. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Getting ready is the kicker, Andrew Franks. And we are underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Brandon Tate. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes the quarterback for the Bills and the rest of the offense, Tyrod Taylor in your picture. It's going to be an interesting offseason for he and really the entire Bills organization. Missing the playoffs for the 17th straight year. Gosh, the last time they were in it was a Music City Miracle against Tennessee.
That takes it back a ways, doesn't it? And really the number one question I'll have to answer on personnel is, what do you do with Tyrod Taylor at quarterback? Do you bring him back and keep him as your starter? Do you move on and try and get someone else? Just know that if you do bring back Tyrod Taylor, you're committing to a certain style of offense that plays to his strengths, meaning his ability to run the football.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go!
Again, it's McCoy. And some room to work. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big run there by McCoy. 58 yards on the ground. Big run on the opening drive, and they better watch out for this guy or it's going to be a long game.
Back when I played in our scouting reports getting ready for games, we'd put stars next to the guys that we thought were the key players on the other side. There should have been 3 or 4 stars next to that guy's name.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins from 6 yards away. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's the Bills' kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Matt Moore will lead Miami out onto the field. It's been a busy Matt Moore. You look back December 11th, Ryan Tannehill gets hurt. He comes in relief. Next day, welcomes a baby boy into the world, and then on Saturday the 17th makes his first start since 2012. How about that for a 6-day span?
That's a heck of a span there, and let us be among the first to say congratulations to Mrs. Moore as well for helping welcome in that baby boy. But the thing about Matt Moore is he understands his role. Obviously wants to be a starter in the league, but gets the fact that he's a backup and stayed prepared and has led them to 2 really important victories in that span.
And by the way, that Saturday night against the Jets, 4 touchdown passes. Been looking pretty good.
Welcome, baby boy Moore.
A gain of 3, second down. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They run again with Ajayi. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Detroit!
They run with Ajayi. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Ajayi's going to go. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mr. Ajayi, over 1,000 yards this year. Reached that plateau in Week 15 when he had 51. So, you know, while his production has maybe gone down a little bit as of late, still a heck of a year.
A tremendous year for him, especially when you consider how it started. Didn't travel to Seattle for the season opener, and since that time has really picked up the pace. Back-to-back 200-yard-plus games, 100-yard game the week after that. Really established a core for Miami and an identity for them to run the football.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Now Moore. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. So on now is the Miami punter, Matt Darr, to kick this one away. Back deep for Buffalo, the dangerous Reggie Bush. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And the Bills getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On first down, it's Taylor. And his throw here is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
And Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And ready for 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Colton Schmidt now to kick it away for Buffalo. Back deep for Miami, the rookie Jakeem Grant. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Moore now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the rookie from Ohio State, Adolphus Washington. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. So Ajayi picking up some yardage, and last year only 187 yards as a rookie.
Well, Lamar Miller's gone to Houston. That opens up more possibilities for him. I think we'll see the full range of his game, running and catching this season.
Out of the gun now on third down. Finding time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a big blitz down for a lot of defenses, especially if they sense that there's going to be a passing play, and they brought the pressure on that when it forced an incompletion.
Here's Matt Darr now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On McCoy, you and I were looking at his career numbers prior to the game, and his 5th 1,000-yard season. Another great year. First time he's done it with the Bills, though.
You know what I like the most about LaShawn McCoy? He defies specialization. You know, we like to get those mismatches and guys who do what they do best and put them on the field. He does everything well. Runs it inside, runs it outside, catches the ball in the backfield, blocks and protects his quarterback. I love LaShawn McCoy as a complete back. He's won
just a yard. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go!
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So McCoy adding to his yardage total in this one. Last year, 895 yards in his first season in Buffalo. Of course, he had Charles 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him go. He wants a big year in 2016.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Mike Gillislee, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go!
incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Green, 39.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Come the Bills. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. Taylor with a give to McCoy. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. One quarter down, 10-zip our score, and we're back to upstate New York after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. All right, as we sit here right now, let's look after Week 15 teams that are in. Seahawks clinching NFC West, NFC East Cowboys in, AFC West Raiders, and then, of course, the Patriots out of the AFC East. Who do you like?
I tell you what, it's still hard for me to go against the Patriots, even though we know that Gronk won't play throughout the playoffs. They know how to adjust better than any team in football. But Dallas, I know people want to find a way to knock them out. Scott and Ezekiel Elliott are giving them. I think the rest of the team is feeding off of it.
One team I didn't mention maybe that could make some noise. Who?
I would say Green Bay, because they still have a chance to win the NFC North in a showdown possibly with Detroit in the final week of the season.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Green 39.
Now Moore. And that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield.
So many times when I've been working with you, you've talked about a quarterback dropping it in the bucket on a deep pass.
Oh, boy.
You know where I'm going, right?
I know where you're going.
Ezekiel Elliott dropped his body into the bucket. There was his charity bucket behind the end zone against Tampa Bay after scoring a touchdown. How cool was that?
I thought it was one of the greatest celebrations for a touchdown I've ever seen. And you know what? It's a good charity. Money going to feed families during the holiday season.
Yes.
And the numbers have shown that jump into the bucket has helped the bigger jump into the bucket to feed those families. So very cool.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Here we go. 1, 9.
They'll go again to McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
I'm often struck when I watch LaShawn McCoy play, how often you just watch him, and you can almost get mesmerized by his style, and then, boom, there's another 20-plus-yard run. It's amazing how he pulls it off.
Yeah, his former second-round pick out of Pittsburgh, still doing it in the league at a very, very high level. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come out here in the eye. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. A chance for us to look now at the Bills defense. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
All right, here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
fresh set of downs here. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now it's Ajayi. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Ajayi. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Still second down.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. This is Ajayi. And past the 30 down to about the 27. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out here in the eye. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Here's McCoy. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play.
This seems almost like a mathematical equation here. LaShawn Shady McCoy goes for big yards running the ball. His team is winning the game. Seems to work out pretty well, doesn't it?
Works out very well. The pride of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania doing his thing again. And now a first down following that long gain. They come up in an offset eye. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down following the run.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
Counter. Here's McCoy. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And got a man. It's Woods. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The previous play is underway. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Watkins alone on the left side. On second down, Taylor. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On third down, Taylor. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And the coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Play action here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Come on, let's go!
Now Taylor on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. That throw good for 4. It's second down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Here we go! 190! 190!
To throw again is Taylor. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Holding. Defense.
So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. And Woods has got it. Buffalo touchdown. Robert Woods from 3 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now Carpenter to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Moore. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Moore now. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. Are you kidding me? Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Let's go. Green. Out out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Sims. A gain of 6 there on first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And that's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Another pistol look here. Out of the pistol, it's McCoy. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Bills right now are doing a good job protecting their house. The Dolphins haven't played horribly, but will need to improve if they want to win this one. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Bills with their opening drive. McCoy is going to use solid blocking to break free, sticking with the same drive. And he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 13-yard line. Sammy Watkins hauls in the pass over the middle, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown as they put the first points on the board. Bills take over late in the second. Woods is found on the quick pass, and he goes in for the TD to cap the drive. That puts them on top by 14. So that'll do it from Orlando. Let's get you back up to Buffalo with Brandon and Charles.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills now making their way back out onto the field. They had a pretty solid first half. Not many adjustments, but I guess there's probably always some adjustments that can be made.
Usually it's just tightened down on the things we've worked on all week in practice. Everyone thinks adjustments are bringing in something absolutely new. For the most part, it's tweaks or just emphasizing what you've worked on already. And that's what they're planning to do here in the second half.
They won't be looking to reinvent the wheel. And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it, and they've run it well here to start the second half.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Stills over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's complete. Stills. Give them 11 on the gain there. And the Dolphins have a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense. Still first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down. Second down now after the pass completion. Now Moore. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Just count on catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Davian Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go.
Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now it's Taylor. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. More now. And that's complete. It's Sims. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Another pistol look here.
Set. 319.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
All right, here we go.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Set. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
Now Taylor on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Airing it out deep for Woods. That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Woods, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will extend their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air. Because right now, we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Carpenter now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A chance for us now to look at this Bills defense again. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. That's exactly what they accomplished.
Now, they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? Now Moore. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. Now back to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Moore now. He's got time. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. Look at the time. And for right side here, complete. A very solid gain of 27. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. He'll get the football here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's McCoy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On third down, Taylor. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Come on, let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Red zone opportunity. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And he'll get it up the middle. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Watkins alone on the left side.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They come out here in the eye. McCoy. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Let's go. 1, 9, 5.
Now McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Now Carpenter to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Set, 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Stills over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Moore. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Holding. Defense.
Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Moore now. And he checks this one down to Williams. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Let's go. 1-9.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Oh, another spin.
Hard to line him up when he does that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go. Green 38.
Now McCoy. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right, the sync just wasn't there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And Stills over the middle. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Moore. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, together on that one, didn't it? Gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Moore now. Surveying the field. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw again. It's caught by Carew. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense, that's how you end up winning it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Backing up. Still back there. And he has Carew. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got time. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Holding, offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They set up the screen to Ajayi. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Moore. He's got time in the pocket. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Carpenter now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Offense. Still first down.
More now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adolphus Washington able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding time. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Offense. Still third down.
So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds Stills, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on first down. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw again. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.